David, this caught my attention this week. Did you know the IRS is saying FTX, all of the people that are now creditors of FTX, that means they had funds deposited on the exchange. They lost all their funds, went to zero because Sam Bankman-Fried stole it all. The IRS is saying that those people, FTX in its bankruptcy, owes them $24 billion in unpaid taxes. Okay? They're saying like, hey, before the creditors, all you depositors who put your money in this apparatus, before you get your money, we want our cut. And our cut is $24 billion. That's far more than FTX actually has. The audacity of this.
Yes. Dude. So if you are an FTX creditor, the IRS is like, well, the company owes us a bunch of taxes, so you don't get any of that money. $24 billion is like meaningfully more than FTX is ever going to be able to recover, even though they are doing a great job recovering. So initially, the IRS wanted FTX to pay $44 billion, but then lowered the number to $24 billion.
That is so arbitrary.
Yeah. So the FTX lawyers are trying to get the IRS to show like how they got to the $24 billion. And then the IRS is like, we just calculated that. It's actually on you to prove that it's not that. So like my take here is that like the IRS is just like, they just come up with a number and they're like, pay us $24 billion. Also, that's the number. And no. Come complaining.
First they came and they said it's $44 billion. And they're like, no.
Yeah, right.
It's only $24 billion. We're giving you, the 50% discount here. And the FTX lawyers are like,
and if you disagree, you have to prove that you're wrong.
Yeah. But this is a microcosm of how like taxes work.
Broken the tax system is, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? Like it's just they tell you what you owe and you have to try to guess at the number. That's very much what it is with crypto taxes. Yeah. So Mike Dudas has a comment here, spicy comment, which I don't blame him. This IRS request is so blatantly insulting to creditors, Americans, and anyone. The arrogance of the U.S. government that flies in the face of any law is staggering. Their demands literally are trying to supersede the recovery of user funds at the same time the SEC sues exchanges to protect customers. That's the wider context here. It's like a whole bunch of people that lost their money. And the IRS is charging them a tax bill. SBF doesn't have to pay this. Hopefully it gets resolved, David. But absolutely ludicrous that they're coming in and trying to collect here.
Well, Jesse Powell was using the word extortion when the SEC came after Kraken the second time inside of a year for another bunch of millions of dollars. And I will put on my extremely libertarian hat, which doesn't come on very often. And Ryan, you want to know what the difference is between extortion and the IRS and the SEC?
The IRS has military behind it.
These groups of people have the monopoly on violence, and if you're charged with extortion, you just didn't have the army. Sorry about it.
Can't say no. I'm not someone who's against taxes in general. Taxes are necessary. I'm a big believer in public infrastructure.
We are a part of a society, but these taxes are dumb.
You actually have to have a reasonable justification for it as well.
To continue leveling up your crypto game, then you need to get on the Bankless newsletter. It's the world's most popular crypto email and is completely free. Just click below to sign up.